Hello everyone and welcome back to Torchlight. Because I have done the Shadow Vault level last time, the chests here have actually respawned. As I said, eventually dungeons get repopulated, so I could actually now loot the entire boss room here again, but the boss does not respawn, so I just get the chests again, which is kinda nice.
You have sprung a trap.
Some potions as well, a town portal scroll. At this difficulty I'm definitely taking all the help I can get, even if this is slightly, I don't know, it's a bit of an exploit, but not really in any way. I think it's probably fine.
The miners chip their way down through the rock, unaware of the tombs below. When they finally break through, I hope they are wise enough to flee, collapsing their tunnels behind them. This vault was rightly sealed. It was an experiment as ill-fated as my own. Their ancestors are animated not with life, but with the same dark energy that flows through the ember veins. Separating out the vileness is impossible. Immortality lies forever beyond our reach. I was a fool to think otherwise.
So, as I said before, we're now going to see the Necropolis tile set. Because as we descend into the dungeon, the tile set changes. Not randomly, but in a fixed way. As opposed to the way it does in the Shadow Vault, where it's entirely random which tile set you get. Except I believe it always starts with a Necropolis tile set, but it doesn't always end, like, it doesn't always go through the same iteration after that. I can teach my pet a spell now. In this case, summon skeleton. Basically, I can learn 4 pet spells, my pet can learn 2 spells, and since I myself don't like to use summoning spells, well, at least not that one, I'm giving it to my pet, just because there's nothing else to do right now. When I find better ones, I will take it away again from the pet, which means destroying it, because I can't unequip spells, I can only unlearn them, which makes them go away. But yeah, for now I'm just keeping that skeleton. And there you can see it. Right there. That's the skeleton my pet has summoned. It's not particularly strong, but it's only a level 1 spell, so it doesn't really... well, you wouldn't expect it to be a very strong one. Because I've changed weapons, I'm now no longer getting the health drain effect.
Your pet has fled.
But I'm still
You
dealing
have completed a quest.
very decent damage. I think the rifle actually does a tad more than the pistol did before.
My mana is low.
Because of the increased critical damage stats on it. As you can see, it has bonus to critical damage. And it also has a larger range, which is kind of handy. I don't have to get quite so close against, especially against bosses, to be able to kill them. Okay, if I remember correctly, the bit over here with the bridge just spawned is a bonus area, so let's check that out first. Well, actually, let's kill this boss first.
Your pet is hurt. Gained a level.
Beautiful. So once again, 3 dexterity, 2 defense. And I still can improve ricochet again, so let's go with... dual wielding is pointless now because it currently doesn't do anything, so I'll go with armor expertise. Silly poison clouds. This just smells like a trap. An unguarded chest usually doesn't happen. Very often it means something is going to spawn, like it did. Very good. Nothing I couldn't handle. Oh, and another boss, which is nice. Basically, just look at my experience bar when I kill the boss. It goes up by a lot, because bosses...
My inventory is full. My pack is full.
Because bosses give so much experience. Oh, pointless. I probably won't be explaining every single choice I make in terms of which equipment to sell and which to keep. Mostly it's fairly straightforward. Primarily I'm checking to see if defensive stats increase, and as a second priority I'm paying attention to offensive ones. And I guess the lowest priority goes to random stuff like increasing experience gain, increasing magic find and such. If I were playing on a easy difficulty, I would actually pay a lot of attention to magic find and gold find and experience gain. Because I like these stats, but if I pay too much attention to them here, I will die too much, so it'll kind of be pointless. I might find more gold per enemy, but I will actually kill less enemies because I spend so much time dying. And especially in later stages, dying is really annoying when you have to spend literally 2 minutes running back to the point where you died. I guess when I die, which will definitely happen, you will see what I mean. Oh, there's the Deathless Ember.
Quest complete.
And once again we have to find the correct order of levers, which again was not very difficult. And also an important rule, especially if you're playing on hardcore, don't open chests before you've cleared the entire area. Or at least enough to run away. Before you open a chest, try shooting at it with a skill, like this, to see if it's a mimic. And when you open it, run away, just in case it's a trap, because, especially on very hard, these traps can actually be quite nasty. And I don't have to pay that much attention, because if I die, it's annoying, because I lose some well, I don't lose progress, but I lose time, because I have to run a certain distance again, usually. But I don't lose the character, so that's nice. On hardcore, of course, you can't really afford to risk your character, or you want to minimize risking your character as much as possible. do really enjoy the ricochet ability, because it is so fast and it has such a nice AoE. Like that. There is another very,
My inventory is full.
I guess, popular AoE among Vanquishers, which is the explosive shot, but in my experience that one takes a little longer to fire, so I actually prefer the ricochet.
Your pet has departed.
If you're playing for the first time, or if you're particularly interested in getting achievements, by the way, sending your pet to town, you should only do that once, really. Because there's an achievement for selling 10,000 items to a merchant. And it does not count when your pet sells stuff, so it only counts it when you, yourself, sell the stuff. Which obviously means that if you're really interested in getting the achievement,
I am overburdened.
you should, instead of sending your pet back to town, you should always go back to town yourself using a portal scroll. You find enough of these anyway. And then you should sell yourself, basically. Not as in sell yourself, but sell the items yourself. Yeah. Same trick. Since there's only 3 levers, it's quite easy to find the correct order. It's not much of a puzzle. There are some puzzles in this game, and they are actually quite fun. Like, they're not very complicated, but just fun. And the developers have actually put a lot more of these puzzles in the second iteration of the game. And that is a great improvement. Okay, that was quite obviously a mimic, a chest, which you currently see attacking. Eventually, you just develop a kind of feeling for what's a mimic and what's not.
My pack is full.
Oh. I am carrying around too much useless stuff, so I'm selling this and selling this and selling... No, I'm using these. Nah. Nah. And pet, go back.
Your pet has departed.
Straight line? Nah, almost. Okay. And this area should look familiar to you because we had the same final tile in the Shadow Vault. Which just goes to show that these dungeons are randomly generated, but from
has returned.
they are basically built from certain chunks. And that means that you will find places looking very similar to the ones you've already visited. Because there's a limited amount of area of chunks that can be used, I guess. And that's actually useful if you're speedrunning the game, because eventually you just know which tile you're in, from like how it looks, I guess. And that will enable you to tell which is the fastest way through, because the tiles are always the same. And I'm actually running out of scrolls. Nah. Eventually I'm gonna have to get the missile reflect stat on some item. Like, where did I have it? Right here, the 30% chance to reflect missile damage. Eventually I probably want that at 100%. Anyway, this level is done. Let's go down. Yeah, the physics aren't always that good, especially on stairs. You sometimes hit things you probably shouldn't be able to hit, and sometimes you don't hit things which should be easy enough. But oh well, it's not that bad really.
Your pet is hurt.
I want to kill these rotted chanters quickly, because as you can see from their text, they resurrect skeletons, so I don't really want them to be alive, just in case there's skeletons about. Like those. And that should be fine. Oh, that's one big hit. No, that's actually a different kind. That was the kind which transforms zombies into specters, which is also kind of tedious. Okay. Level up. 3 dexterity, 2 defense, as always. Ricochet still off the table, so I'm guessing I'll go for armor expertise. No. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I wanted to get to the casters first, which revive. I keep ignoring my own advice. You should really run away when opening a chest. Oh yeah, these guys can teleport. Anyone else? Doesn't seem to be.
My inventory is full.
Okay, and I'm still running out of scrolls. If you're wondering, by the way, I'm currently using the hotbar key to identify items.
Your
Goodbye.
pet has departed.
And now it's still 50 seconds for the pet to return to town. Fair enough. Basically, the deeper I get, the longer it'll take. And at this stage, I'm deciding I'm going back to town. Just to get rid of some stuff which is cluttering up my inventory.
Your pet has returned.
It's very nice. And return to town. So I can hand in the quest with the Bard robot thing, I guess. And instantly take the next one. And same thing here. And we'll look at the quest reward next time. For now, faster cast speed, ice damage. Okay, nothing too interesting. And I definitely want more of these.
Good journey.
Now I'm just checking the gambler to see if there's anything. I'm really only interested in pistols that have some requirement, because they tend to be the better ones. Doesn't look like... Yeah. I like the bonus to critical hit damage still, so... Not too good, but not too shabby either, so I'll see you next time. Bye bye!